They call it taking the classroom out into the real world. 7th graders at Farnsworth Middle School in Guilderland are out in Albany's protected Pine Bush Preserve, building huge enclosures for some wild plants called blue lupin.
Ready? Everybody lift it up. 2 steps. Hold it.
This science project is designed to help teach students about the rare endangered Karner blue butterfly.
Its major food source is the blue lupine, and since the blue lupines they're like being eaten by other animals, the Karner blue, its population could go down.
And we don't want it like trampled on or anything, so that's why we're building an enclosure so people don't disturb them.
One thing education has learned is that you can't have children just learning things in school and then walking out and having a whole different world out there. We try to do in our school is to bring the world into the classroom and the classroom into the world.
A world that, thanks to some caring students, may see many more Karner blue butterflies. Steve Scoville, News Channel 13, Albany.
Began as a school research project several years ago, has truly undergone a metamorphosis into a community-wide educational phenomenon.
Our Children First destination this week takes us to Farnsworth Middle School in Guilderland, where young people are beginning to spread their wings to share their knowledge about butterflies. Dan Levy reports to you.
In this carefully cultivated butterfly garden, visitors capture a rare close-up view of nature's often elusive beauty. It's mesmerizing, it's breathtaking, and it's alluring.
I wasn't really sure I was going to like it, but I fell in love with it, and I love the butterflies. I love being in the butterfly house and having them land on you, because it's something that not many people may experience in the wild.
Megan Line is one of about 60 students from Farnsworth Middle School in Guilderland who have given up part of their summer vacation to volunteer at the school's annual butterfly exhibit, where there's an interactive science museum and a butterfly arts and crafts room.
By interacting, having your body interact with the medium at hand, you tend to become more focused on what you're studying, and you tend to memorize that kind of information and take it away with you better.
Here in the Chrysalis room, caterpillar larvae that have been collected by student volunteers are monitored and bred into adult butterflies in just a matter of weeks. And of course, that allows the butterfly project to constantly be replenished. It also provides a contamination-free laboratory for butterfly mortality research.
So far, it's about 70–75% chance of living, so that's really good. It's in the wild, it's anything as low as 20, so we're definitely helping them out.
For Children First, I'm Dan Levy.
Okay, well, I've got the Farnsworth Middle School group here, and we're standing inside a termite mound, believe it or not, at Edge of Africa at Busch Gardens. And these guys are the first place winners of the Biodiversity Conservation Award. When you ask typical middle school students what they care about, the pine bush would probably not be among the responses. But for a group of students from Guilderland, New York, the pine bush is what they, along with more than 20 species of rare plants and wildlife, including the Karner blue butterfly, call home. The first insect to be placed on the endangered species list, the Karner blue, is on the verge of extinction. Students knew that the butterfly's larval food source, wild blue lupine, was being threatened by non-native species. The students began by girdling these non-native trees. Girdling is the removal of a rung of tree bark, which stops nutrients from flowing from a tree's leaves to its roots.
These 800 people are going to be the community leaders in Guilderland tomorrow, and they're going to make sure that their community not only has healthy places for people to live, but healthy places for plants and animals. And that's why it's just so thrilling for the Nature Conservancy to be involved. And it's really a great show of both SeaWorld's and Busch Gardens' commitment to conservation around the world, because these are the people who are going to understand what it really means.
In the past 2 years, 8 classes girdled 10,000 invasive trees, planted more than 1,600 pitch pine seedlings, and built protective enclosures to keep deer and other wildlife from overbrowsing the newly planted pine.
Ta-da! That is how you girdle a tree.
Congratulations to the students of Farnsworth Middle School in Guilderland, New York, for helping defend and preserve biodiversity of a rare ecosystem in their own community.
Farnsworth Middle School is collaborating with the Albany Pine Bush Preserve Commission and the New Hampshire Nature Conservancy to raise the endangered Karner blue butterfly. We will get over 300 Karner blue caterpillars. Each day we will clean and feed them. In 2 weeks they will become pupa and will be released into the pine bush preserve. We used our grant money to purchase cameras so that we could communicate with researchers in New Hampshire. We will be able to watch their protocols in the lab, and then they will be able to see us do our work at school.
What kind of things do you research in your lab?
Some of the things that we research in the lab, besides making sure that we have the environmental conditions exactly what we need for the Karner blue butterfly, we can do things like experiment with the type of food.
I'm taking an old container with a caterpillar, and I'm finding it with a paintbrush, with not used, but and then I'm taking the leaf that it's on and putting it in a new container with more leaves.
EI encourages collaboration with local universities. Research scientists can share their work with classroom teachers, who can then bring information about cutting-edge work back to their classrooms.
Yeah, it always takes a little while to get them rolling.
In this case, a Cornell University professor helps an Albany, New York middle school teacher with a biological control program to limit purple loosestrife populations using tiny beetles.
If you look way on the left, there's a different type of plant there. That's a cattail. That's what's supposed to be in this area. The purple loosestrife is knocking out the cattails. So we're trying to get a count of what the purple loosestrife is like now. Then we're going to drop the beetles on top and see how they affect it. Hopefully they'll eliminate the purple loosestrife and we'll have more cattails.
There's no damage.
Do you see any holes in them, like, remember, beaten by bugs?
Right
No.
here. Oh yeah, there's a few.
The main purpose of this type of lab is that we get the kids to do some authentic research. The work that they're actually doing is not just an example of research, it is actual research.
1 to 5.
So that's letter A.
Students learn that scientific inquiry is not a static collection of facts, but rather an ongoing process. In this case, a school will visit the same site year after year, and they will witness the results of a long-term experiment. The EI program can help students track the ecological health of public spaces.